Hello and welcome to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Gold Show, the Premier League show. We're back again for another week of Premier League football. I'm here with Ronnie, Kian and Henry. How are you all doing, lads?
Good.
Yeah, not too bad. Could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get started with Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United. 12:30 kickoff, of course.
Take it away, boys.
Henry is a
United
United fan.
Both sides, to be honest.
Yeah?
I think both should come away quite happy with that.
I feel like we kind of bottled that a bit. We were 1-0 up for so long. To let Richarlison score against you is just a crime in itself.
To be fair, all three of us now had Richarlison score against us. So.
Yeah, well, that is a crime.
Yeah.
I love our centre-backs. De Ligt should be our captain. Simple as. If it's not Maguire, it's him. Like, I love our defence. I've always said this. I don't think our centre backs are that bad. Like, apart from Luke Shaw, I don't think there's an issue there. But we just get run past in midfield. You see it every week in the numbers. Like, great performances from Dorgu and Ahmad and Mbuemo and Seshko and Cunha and Mount. And all the centre backs, and Lamans is great.
So anyone,
and you see a massive hole in the midfield that is just like. People are saying Casemiro's doing well because he's managed to keep his place in the team. Neither of them are doing well. It's because there's no one else. There's literally no other options.
I think with Seshko injured, though, there is a great opportunity to have Bruno in the 10 with...
Cobby.
Whoever's behind him. I'm not on about that. But Cunha and Mbuemo in front of him as runners. That would be quite good, I think.
What, player 4?
Rather than a
3-4-1-2.
Rather than a 2-3, a 2-1-2. There's more connection in between them.
Bruno in the 10. Kind of how Liverpool had Bobby Firmino drop into the kind of creative role.
Yeah, like
and
that.
Salah and Mane doing that. That could work. I think we need to see more from Cunha, but playing him up front isn't the solution to that. Obviously, in that system, he wouldn't kind of be up front. He would be driving. Yeah, so it would work. But having him as the sole striker doesn't work, and I've seen that a couple of times now where that hasn't worked. He's much better where he can drive with the ball, which he can from that kind of left 10 space. But yeah, I don't know. It's just
it's a good point.
It's a good point. And I need to be grateful because it's probably not many of them are coming this season. But
and also, I'd say after 90 minutes, I think we probably should have won that rather than you should have won that. If you're saying it after 60 minutes, then yeah, United were a much better team. But we piled on the pressure so much in the second half.
Yeah, you did. You
Lamans kept you in that game.
Yeah, which is great.
Very simple as.
Which is great because I want to see our goalkeeper performing well. We haven't got a good finishing team. I see it in other sports as well, and other teams, like just great for the first half, and then just the energy just drops, the levels just drop, the fitness just drops. You can see Casemiro's got no legs left.
No.
Like if we had Baleba in there or Mainu,
would make a world of difference, you think?
Yeah, I think.
And I don't have to mention the weekly thing this week.
No, you don't.
You do. Right now.
I know, but
he doesn't have to moan about it.
But they didn't play together. Benzema and Pellegrini didn't play together at the start, and it was great. We flowed so much better with Sarr in midfield. Even though they didn't have a great game. Huh?
Who needs Thomas Frank when you got Ronnie Rose?
Exactly. We flowed so much better with Sarr in there. It was just so much better. He didn't even have a great game, and I don't think Pellegrini really did either. And Bentancur came on in the end, and we were better after Bentancur came on. But we still flowed so much better with that. And I can't wait to see Udogie back in the lineup as well. Because I think if Udogie had been in that game, we'd have beat Man United quite comfortably. I think Spence didn't look natural in that game. No. It's so obvious with Johnson on the right as well. There's no progression. He's not asking for the ball. Kudus in that position would have changed the game as well.
Right. I feel like Johnson's just scared to get the ball.
He is. I'm convinced.
He is a frustrating player to watch.
Yeah, I'm convinced he only wants the ball in the box first time.
Well, that's what I've said. I think he'd be a better striker than winger.
I think in a system where
stretch defences.
2 strikers.
Yeah,
play him off someone.
When we got promoted and had him in our team, we played a 3-4, like a 3-4-1-2.
Yeah.
And he was the kind of right striker, drift wide. I think that's when he's at his best. He got 20 goals that season. So,
but I see how Thomas Frank thinks that could work quite nicely because you can push Johnson into the box as a kind of second striker.
No, the whole idea.
Because you've got Pedro Porro who just dominates that right wing.
Because Kudus was injured, that's why. But the whole idea of that game was to have Richarlison on the left and overload the right-hand side. We had Simmons as the right-side midfielder. We had Porro and we had Johnson to basically get as many crosses from the right-hand side into Richarlison and Kolo Muani. But that just didn't work, which is why the 60 minutes was so bad and then the last 30 was so good. because we made the changes and the right changes.
Yeah.
But the point more was that you don't have to worry about your kind of right side of midfielder being wide or creating crosses, or like you want them more central because you've got Pedro Porro who will just like dominate all the wide spaces out there. As an attacking right back, I'm struggling to think of one better in the league.
I think Frimpong
Now
better
Trent's
as an attacker.
Maybe, you know what, Frimpong might be. Frimpong might be slightly better, but based on his Bundesliga form, Premier League hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah, but
He's
still,
been
still as an
injured,
attacker,
in the Premier League.
Frimpong as an attacker, even at Liverpool, has been very good.
Which defender would I rely on to both attack and drive with the ball and score goals? It's Pedro Porro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to comment on his defensive ability, but on attacking ability,
I don't disagree.
I think I'd rather have Frimpong going forward. Personally.
But
I wanted
based
Pedro
on
Porro.
last season, but obviously this season,
but he's been
not playing. He's been injured. Like based on this season, well, from what I've seen so far in the Premier League,
Yeah.
Porro.
Yeah, no, I wanted Pedro Porro.
But if you look at both versions of play, obviously Frimpong,
Let's talk about 2 summer signings. Who's been better, Mohamed Kudus or Brian Mbuemo?
Ooh.
I think it's quite easily.
I think it's quite easy. Mbuemo.
Really? Yeah.
Okay, you can have your.
So we've got a disagreement, right?
Yes, we always were, weren't we?
Man United aren't relying on Mbuemo. We are relying on Kudus. I think it's quite simple.
I think we've got one goal scorer, and that goal scorer is Mbuemo. I think that's pretty
You're not
reliable.
relying on him.
I think we're relying on him pretty heavily.
We're quite reliant on Kudus, and it's bad. I don't want to say that, but it's bad. It's bad how reliant we are.
He is your best player, but I also think you've got a new captain this season, and he has been performing quite well when he's played. In Romero. Yep.
Yeah, but I also think Romero's kind of been the captain the whole time anyway.
Yeah, but this is his first season as full captain, and he's been fantastic so far. You've seen, okay, maybe not this season. Maybe Jed Benson's was the more last season, but he was fantastic.
Disagree. I think Romero's our most important player, but I still think we rely on Kudus more. It sounds weird to say, but that is how it is.
But you were able to put in a good performance there today and get a point, and he wasn't involved.
No, I know, but if we had Kudus, we'd have won, I think.
Right.
Which is therefore reliable.
Yeah.
Reliable.
I think you've got more quality in that team outside of him.
Of course you do, but I just think he's the most person we rely on.
I think
especially in attack.
That attack needed revolutionising. We weren't getting any goals. Sesko hasn't worked yet. Cunha has worked, but not in goals and assists yet.
Statistically, no.
So I think he's the one.
Statistically and eye test.
And so is Mbuemo.
Not as much. Not to the same
I
degree.
disagree.
Lloyd, should we settle it?
Yeah, I mean, I actually agree with you, Henry. I think he's been great.
Yeah.
I do, and
my God.
I backed this at the start of the season when we had the transfer who would be the best right wingers
Yeah, but
out
I
of.
didn't say Kudus either.
See, I didn't see this coming. I thought it would be the other way around. I thought Cunha would be the one that, because he was cheaper and looked like a better player in the Prem last season. I thought it would be him, and Mbuemo might be the overspend, but it looks like it's the other way around.
I was leaning more towards Mbuemo, to be honest.
Yeah,
Really?
maybe you're in the minority here.
But there's not like loads in it at all. It's like
It's close.
It's very
We could have been
close.
second. If we'd won that game, we could have been second.
Yeah.
but
we didn't win that game and
Yeah,
2
but-
points off
Right.
United.
Yeah, but
United City, sorry.
Henry, if Forest won all of their games, we'd be top of the league.
Right, we've got to move
No,
on
but you know
anyway.
what I mean? Like,
We are higher than you.
I know what you mean.
We were. How low were we last season?
Yeah.
17th. Mm-hmm. We were
How low were we?
second.
We were 16.
Yeah, right.
What are we talking about?
Anyway, let's move on. West Ham United up against Burnley, battle towards the bottom of the table. Nuno with back-to-back wins in the league, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Not looking too bad. I mean,
Still dislike it.
Freddie Potts came off injured though.
Yeah, poor
That's a bit of a blow, and it must be gutting for him because he's been waiting for this opportunity at West Ham United. He did,
Was it
of course,
bad
start
injury?
the game before.
Yeah, get taken off 60th minute.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know, I don't know what it was.
not sure what the injury is, but
It's
the
almost
fact is
like
he came
West
off with
Ham
an
are a
injury.
kind of club that would put forward their academy products and play a team that for the people, and then spending all this money on these signings doesn't really work. And you're better off using your academy to generate talent.
I've seen
Not every time.
I've seen
One
Some-
player.
I've seen West Ham want to bring in Adama Traore in January.
Oh really?
Well,
Who's the manager?
yeah, exactly. Well, basically, if they don't sign him, he's going to kick off and leave.
I feel like
Oh.
that's just a bit of a Twitter stir.
Surely that's not.
That's just him being
No.
fucking...
And also,
No,
Jared Bowen is the right winger.
He was actually he was really annoyed Forest didn't sign Adama in the summer. He was
Yeah.
really annoyed.
I would
Why?
be frustrated if players
Why?
if I was a manager and I
like
wasn't able to get the
Adama.
players that I wanted, I'd be frustrated
Yeah,
too.
I'm not losing your job over.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that, but there is a lot more context than what you're giving.
I still think there is concern for West Ham.
You know what though? I'm thinking a back three with Adama at right wing back and Bowen up front alongside somebody else.
Adama's not a right.
They tried
And
back
also,
three though.
Wan-Bissaka,
And he was
one of the best
fantastic.
players as right wing back.
Right centre back.
He's not. Yeah, but he doesn't
not.
play there. There's
But
a
this is the
reason
thing.
why he's been-
People didn't see. I said this when he was at Man United. I
No,
think
I
it would have
see.
worked
I
perfectly.
see what you mean though. But
His best attributes are his tackling and his possession in the
not
right
fit.
do you
It's
place.
not
not
think
FIFA
there's, do you not
21.
think there's a reason why multiple managers have played a 5-back, including Wan-Bissaka, and they've never chosen to play him right centre back?
It's weird for me because he seems
There
perfect.
must be a reason.
What though? What could it be? Is it his
That
height?
he's better at right wing back than right centre
His
back,
position-
and
his-
more comfortable playing
For,
there.
arguably, his positioning for a right back is probably one of the worst parts of his game, like defensively.
Which is why right wing back he's not reliant on having to do that.
So, can you imagine him positioning at centre back?
But his
He can't
best traits
position-
are defending one-on-one, tackling, and interceptions.
But
Right.
do you not think he, at the back post he'd get caught out?
Yeah, I have
Maybe,
a
but
Mark
if you put-
Goldbridge compilation running through my head of him
Yeah.
just screaming at Aaron Wan-Bissaka because
At
he's
the
lost
back
his man at the back post.
That's
Yeah, but
the
if you've
problem.
if you're playing a back three and you've got a centre back who's tall and strong, and you
Yeah.
can
That's
cut for that
one
weakness.
player. That's one.
I
Right.
still like I
There's
said,
going to be more than one player in the box attacking.
still think there
Wiz
is
is doing it.
Still think there is concern for West Ham, especially if Lucas Paqueta leaves in January. because
Yes.
it's
I don't think he's
looking-
going in January. I think he'd probably leave himself.
There was a very tenuous link to us.
And then if obviously
A very tenuous link.
Same with us, but that was because of Kudus.
the main thing with West Ham is defensively is a massive concern. for
Yeah.
them at the minute.
Yeah.
And it has been all season.
I just don't, every centre back I look at their team, I think you're either average or you're not good enough.
No,
Every
Tadibo
single
Kilman was meant to
No,
be good.
Tadibo has been average. Has been average.
Tadibo
Yeah.
has been, but didn't.
Marapanos so poor. Kilman so poor.
Kilman
Yeah.
really poor.
Kilman surprised me because he was good in the Prem. He's Prem
Good at
proven.
Wolves, wasn't he? Yeah.
Fantastic.
But,
And obviously, Wolves collapsed into a pile of shite, but that's a separate problem.
But Burnley is still giving a fight though.
I
They
really
are.
like Burnley.
Do you reckon they'll stay up?
There's a
No,
chance.
but
Potentially.
I think I did say at the start of the season they won't do as bad as people think,
No.
and here we
Yeah.
are.
If it weren't for everyone else putting predictions 20th, I'd have put them 17th because I fumbled under the pressure. I had them 17th originally, and then I asked everyone who's had bottom of the league.
Well,
and it was
I-
Burnley,
Oh, and you
so I
changed your
bottomed
mind
it.
on the
I bottomed
spot.
it.
There are other teams at bigger threat. I'm more worried. There's another. They're not the clear favourites to go down. They're,
Yeah.
not, they're not my
Favourites
first
for Wolves.
choice. The first choice is Wolves, obviously, but they will compete. I think, which is better than a lot of other promoted teams. I still feel like they'll go down.
Oh yeah, I still think they will go.
Are Fulham in trouble?
For me, yes,
A little bit.
Massively.
If they
Massively.
do,
Fulham are in
then
trouble.
Marco
I think they're
Silva's
a
made a
quiet one as
mistake.
well. I think they're a quiet one. That are,
They didn't back Marco Silva in the summer. He might be getting sacked.
He won't get. He won't
He's the
get
what? He's,
I don't think he'll get sacked. I think he'd walk.
well, Silva's
or
the
get another
one.
job.
Silva's
Yeah.
the one keeping the glue together, kind of thing. And
Didn't
has
you
been for
want
years.
Silva?
I did want Silva, and I would still happily take Silva if we didn't have Deitch.
Yeah.
But you
Silva-
have got His Lord
Sil-
and Highness,
Silva
Saviour.
didn't get backed in the summer. Yeah, he might have got Chukwueze and is it Kelvin
Kevin
right
Yeah.
at the end.
Kevin McAllister.
That's about it. Who else did they sign? Lecomte.
I said this last week. I can't remember who they've signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Lecomte is a
this
backup
is
keeper, and that's it.
Thing is, this is from an owner which is very wealthy.
Minted. They're one of the most
And it's just not backing
rich
the
clubs in the
team.
Premier League.
No.
But they are Fulham are known for being frugal. They own a data company. That they won't just make a signing for the sake of it. They will be smart with their signings. So I kind of put trust in them to do these kind of windows where they don't spend that much because I trust that they know what they're looking for. If they've identified Kevin as a future prospect winger, then I reckon he'll be big.
Yeah.
But it will take time. I do feel like they needed to replace Jimenez though because that is just
Yeah, the
don't
striker
think
position is a
Jimenez
bit of
he's
an
got one
issue.
leg at this point.
I don't think Jimenez is that bad.
He's old. He's slow. And he's got one leg.
Yeah, there's Lewandowski's old and slow, but he's still scoring.
Yeah, but Lewandowski's
he hasn't got one
Lewandowski and
leg.
Jimenez is Jimenez. Let's move on. Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2.
Great game.
Arsenal
actually, the
have
only time-
dropped
For what?
points. Can
For
you
what?
believe
The only
that?
time we
Last game
talk
was
about
entertaining.
Arsenal.
Yeah, we are
No,
talking
but it's
about
the only time
Arsenal.
was it entertaining.
Yeah.
So this is why we're talking about them. Dropping points away from home at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland remain unbeaten at home. What a start to the season they have had. What a game,
I
eh?
was so surprised at how up for it Xhaka was for that game. He was so up for proving them wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was so up for it.
Because they upgraded, right? Was it him and then Rice came in? Was that the deal?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
But they're not together at one
No.
point.
No, yeah, you're
See, it
right,
was
Henry.
literally they were like, "Oh, we're going to sell you now because we can get Rice, so we're going to
Yeah,
upgrade
but
you."
was it a thing of proving them wrong?
It
It
felt like it.
it felt like the right time
But
for
he
him
was
to
the
move
one
on.
to move.
Yeah, he
He
wanted,
wanted
to
to
go.
move.
So
Yeah, so it's not really proving them wrong, but it also is kind of like, well, we've upgraded to Rice, but actually, I'm pretty fucking good at what I do.
I just think it's a mentality of a top footballer that
Yeah.
wants to
achieve.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most certainly. Dan Ballard as well, scoring against his former club. He
I
never
actually
made a
love Dan Ballard. Dan
senior
Ballard's the new
appearance.
Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire.
Solid.
He's got some great goals, hasn't he? Wasn't it the
He scored
Coventry
first
City
game of the
game?
season as well.
Yeah.
He scored first game of the season.
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Might have to get him on the FPL.
But Arsenal looked a little bit vulnerable from balls into the box. We've not seen that all season, have we?
Thank God.
Do you reckon that's just because
Yeah.
it's Sunderland? Because they've got a strong in the air kind of team, haven't they?
Yeah.
What was the centre back pairing?
What, for Arsenal?
Yeah.
Would have been Gabriel and Saliba, I'm
Are they
pretty sure.
both fit now? Because I thought one of them was out
Yes,
for a bit.
yeah. Saliba was out for a little bit, but now he's back.
They also went to a 5-back for the last 10 minutes to hold on to the fixture. And it
Yeah,
failed.
Mosquera
Fair.
came on.
He's been good when I've seen him play. Mosquera.
Yes.
No, but
yeah, I think he's a
that's not me
solid player.
questioning the centre back. It's me questioning Arteta for going to a 5-back.
He went defensive to try and see out a game against Sunderland. While actually, what you do is you put your foot down, you press
Yeah.
you put your foot on the Tiger's leg, because if you let go, you'll.
I think if you're a team that's top of the league, wanting to win the league, you don't.
You don't.
I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, you don't sit back against those kind of teams.
No.
Right.
I know Sunderland are doing well, but it's still like
Yeah.
you still got to get at it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
The best form of defense is attack. Simple as. If you're attacking, you don't need to be defending, because you're attacking. You got the ball. You're attacking.
Exactly. Is it points gained for Arsenal? A point gained, or is it points lost?
Absolutely not. Points
No,
lost.
Points
point lost.
lost.
Yeah.
They're in a title race.
Yeah,
Anything
definitely
but 3
points gained
Well,
for
to be-
Sunderland.
they have
though.
got 26 points, right? This is my point. They've got 26 points from those fixtures. You look at those sets of fixtures, it's very difficult. Do
Right.
Arsenal just go ahead and say, you know what? Very unfortunate we lost last minute.
No, but they were
lost the
also
lead last
2-1
minute.
up.
Yeah, I get
Okay.
that.
It also
okay.
would mean they've lost points.
Yeah.
And also,
I-
I'd blame Raya for that goal because he should not have come out for that.
No.
No. My mate said that, and then I watched it back and I thought, yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Arsenal will not win the league.
You don't think
Right.
so?
I
Arsenal
think
needs to be clever here.
I think Arsenal will
you-
win the league.
If
you know?
they're going to slip up, just don't do it to City. I don't care if fucking Forest win the league, if it's Sunderland.
City right now
if
are
it's,
they're second. They're the.
if it's Tottenham. I don't care if Tottenham win the league. As long as City don't win the league, I don't care.
Yeah. Let him talk, mate. Let him talk. Come on.
Yeah, like I said in the summer, it's going to be Man City.
Yeah.
Haaland.
If Man City, I'm sorry, I'm joking.
I just think, obviously, we'll get on to City in a bit, but I just think Arsenal are going to be the reason their own downfall, kind of thing. What's the term?
The victim
Of their own downfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
not
that.
that.
It's not that,
The
but
cause of their own downfall.
Cause of their own downfall, yeah.
Don't think
I
it's that.
It's going to
not
be.
that. It's not that. I can't remember what it is.
And
That works.
it is kind of in their DNA to bottle it.
I mean, we have seen that recently, haven't we? Like the fact that they have come so close to winning the league title on multiple occasions, albeit one of them really was quite unfortunate because I think they won 16 out of their last 18
Yeah.
Premier League games and still finished second.
Yeah.
But the first time around, Saliba got injured and then it all sort of just seemed to fall apart for them.
Yeah, I'll get on to my Man City point when we talk about City. Though.
We will be talking about City for sure. Not really looking forward to that, to be
No,
honest.
neither am I.
Nottingham Forest.
I could
A
talk about us
victory,
winning.
a win at
my
home
days.
against Leeds United.
Feels like ages since talk about us winning a league game.
Our Lord and
Yeah.
Saviour.
Since the opening day of the league.
Been a long while for you. How did that feel?
Brilliant.
Walking away from the ground after.
Obviously going 1-0 down. My head was gone at that point. I was like, I've just had enough. I was got the equaliser quite quick. Buzzing for Sangare.
Yeah.
First goal for the club. Thought he had a really good game as well.
He was one of them players who always stood out to us analysts as a good bit of business for whoever picked him up. He
Yeah.
was fantastic at
It's
PSV
his
and at Toulouse.
athleticism, that's the issue. He's not quick enough for the Premier League. That's where he struggles.
First goal for him, though.
Yeah, first goal.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. But I think the main talking point is the substitute, Amari Hutchinson. What a cameo off the bench that was. That cross he made for the Gibbs White goal, sensational.
Yeah.
Really, first touch was brilliant. Get round Goodmanson, send the ball in. And then to win that penalty, gets past, be it Jack Harrison, still did extremely well to get past him and win a penalty.
I wouldn't say Jack Harrison's slow.
Yeah, but he's no. I mean, like from a defensive point of view.
Oh,
For a
right.
winger, he's fairly slow.
Yeah.
But no, Hutchinson was superb. And I've been saying for so long now he should be playing more football. He's obviously not in our Europa League squad because Nuno's Nuno. But I've been advocating him for start for ages now.
Is that in the 10?
No, on the
Left?
right. Off the right.
Off the right?
Off the right. He's very good because
Is
he's
he left-footed?
Yeah, left-footed. Puts him onto his left, and he's.
Yeah.
Mate, I really like Hutchinson, and yes, he came for a massive fee. So did Anderson, and so did Gibbs White. Look
Yeah.
how they worked out. But it's interesting because we've still got Backward to come back from injury, and we've still not seen the best of him. So we've got so many options on these wings. And then obviously on the left, you've got Danny Ndoye and Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
But no, Hutchinson, really impressed by him.
Yeah, do you reckon that you have enough space for all of these wingers in your team? Because it seems like the way you're describing it, you're quite overloaded out on the flanks.
I personally like Ndoye on the left, but I would start Cow over him because I'm not a huge fan of Ndoye. I thought he had a decent game the other night. He worked really hard, but his first touch and dribbling, and he never really takes on a man. He reminds me a lot of Johnson. He reminds me a lot of Johnson. But I think I'd rather have that depth than not.
Yeah.
It's almost like I've been saying this for over a year.
What?
When Ipswich were in the Prem, and Omari Hutchinson was fantastic, and he was clearly our best player. Or one.
I wouldn't say he was fantastic for Ipswich.
I was calling this, and
What, better than Delap?
No.
Delap maybe, but I said that's why I said one off. But
You said the best.
Yeah, you did say the best.
If or one of the best, I literally clarified it 2 seconds later. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen because guess what? He's worth the money. He's good.
Yeah.
And he can play on across the front three in any position.
You don't play for Arsenal and Chelsea's academy if you're a bad player.
No.
Exactly. So
there is genuine quality in Hutchinson. He's in the under-21s England squad.
I feel like Dan Ndoye would make a good wing back.
Yeah, because defensively, Dan Ndoye was superb the other
I think
day.
he did play wing back for Bologna.
He did.
He did.
He did. Which confused me as to why Nottingham Forest actually went and bought the player, considering you don't play with a wing
he is
back.
naturally a winger.
I know
he played in the wing.
I know he can play winger, but like
He's naturally a winger. He's not naturally a wing back.
Same as what Porro was saying.
when
Porro says his heart's a
I
winger.
thought his best performances were as that wing back though. When I occasionally did watch Bologna once or
should go to
twice.
Play with wing backs. Play with winger.
Well,
Already got Udogie as a
Tottenham,
fullback who
but
might
without
as
Rovers
might as well
manager,
be a wing
Ndoye
back.
and Porro as wing back.
well, hopefully we make it 2 wins in a row, a repeat of last year. Would be absolutely amazing.
No chance.
You
Not
don't think?
happening again.
You don't
No. If it does happen again, I will be absolutely fuming because I know that Arne Slot will bang on about it for ages.
Oh, and I will. and so will I. But Leeds are in trouble.
Yeah, another loss away from home for them, and quite comfortably.
Who's safe from relegation, Burnley or Leeds?
I say Burnley.
Right now, Burnley.
I think Leeds.
I just don't think Leeds.
I don't know the
I
answer,
still
that's
think.
why.
I still think there's a chance.
It's a good question.
I feel like Leeds have got a better squad.
Yeah, they've got a better squad on paper, but I think Burnley just.
I do like Burnley a lot.
They work so hard.
I really like Florentino Lewis.
There is
one
problem. There is one problem with Leeds.
Daniel Farker.
It's Daniel Farker.
Yeah, I knew you could say that.
Well,
I don't think he's actually that bad.
If you manage Norwich, you're not a good manager. Simple.
Do
as.
they?
Fans want him gone. I think
Good.
like one of the favourites to take over is Rose.
Marco Rosa.
Yeah.
Do you know who the second favourite is?
Who?
Patrick Bamford.
Stop turning that, please.
Never. The second favourite for the Leeds job on most odds websites is Patrick Bamford.
I'll tell you one.
And I'm not joking. That is a genuine thing.
I'll tell you one thing. One former employer they should go for is Carlos Corberán.
Yeah.
He looks
That's not
like he's
bad.
on the way out of Valencia. He was assistant at Leeds under
That's
Marcelo
very
Bielsa.
Leeds as well. Very Leeds.
Yeah, and he's obviously worked there before.
Yeah,
I
did a
think
great job
Corberán
with
would
West
be and he wants to prove himself in the Premier League.
Oh, 100%.
He's done so well in the Championship before. He deserves that chance to be in the Premier League. I said on Green Show earlier, check it out, that he'd be a good appointment for Middlesbrough. We'll get on to that in a bit. because that's kind of involved in goal, so to speak. I really like Carlos Corberán.
Or maybe you take a leaf out of Wolves' book and you go over to Coventry and you say, Frankie, fancy
I
another
think he'd take it.
fancy another stab
I
at it?
don't think he'll take Leeds because of the Spygate stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Probably not.
I know that was Bielsa, but
No,
the
but
way
still, it
Leeds
did
conducted
happen. It did
themselves, I don't
happen.
think he'll do
And
it.
But
yeah.
you say that you would have said the same about
But I also think Frank Lampard wants to prove
what's his
himself as a
face?
manager.
What's his name?
Barber.
No, legendary manager of Leeds.
Dom Revie.
No, the other one.
Shall we move on?
Yes.
Shall we
Derby.
move-
What's his name?
I have no idea,
Clough.
Henry.
Clough.
Clough. Right,
Yeah.
okay. Let's move on.
Well, you said the same about Clough. He would never manage Leeds, and he did.
Yeah,
So-
it can happen. I think it's very unlikely. Aston Villa 4, Bournemouth 0.
Bournemouth getting humbled.
My
I thought that was gonna
word.
happen.
But did you see Villa's first 3 goals?
Oh, yeah.
They are all an absolute
Onana's.
joke.
Yeah.
Nana's was a good goal.
Onana was brilliant. Some free kick by Buendia, and then the flick on header. I believe was it Ross Barkley. I mean, it was unreal. Like, all three of those first 3 goals were superb, and then the fourth took a deflection. Antoine Semenyo, since you've come into my FPL, mate, you've not done anything.
Yeah,
This
I'm with you
needs
on
to
that.
turn around. But yeah,
It's the
bringing
key.
the Transfer Valley down, mate.
Yeah.
It's the Kean curse.
the Kean curse.
Keane cards.
Bring in anyone and they do nothing.
Villa had a really poor start.
Turned it
but
around, haven't they?
They've massively turned it around, and I think the pressure on Emery's job has probably seceded now.
I don't think there was pressure though.
I felt like there should have been, but there wasn't. It was a weird one for me. But obviously that's a huge win. They haven't lost.
Since
They've lost.
Liverpool.
They lost to Liverpool, but apart from that, they haven't lost since Palace and Brentford the first 2 games.
I also think it's
Well, two
so
of the first
obvious
two
when your key players don't perform, and that's just going to happen.
Yeah. I still. It really annoys me that they don't play wingers out on the wings. They play McGinn and Buendia. That just doesn't.
He's a winger.
Yeah.
He's a right midfielder. He's more central. He's better in the 10 than
You
he
just
is.
said he's a right midfielder and then
He plays right mid/10. He's very much.
If you're a right mid, then you are a winger.
He's similar to Kudus, except slower. Much slower. I don't feel like the wing is his position at all. And also, he plays on the right, and they've played him on the left.
No, I think that's
Or is it the wrong round?
No, I think he did play on the left.
What, was McGinn on the right?
Not in the last game. The game before, I can't say for that game because I watch it.
I would imagine McGinn would have been on the left.
Well,
So would I. But
either
the
way,
game before, they actually did play on the left.
they both played on the wings.
Yeah,
But
they need a solution because obviously Sancho hasn't worked.
Hasn't tried. Hasn't played. Is he?
Harvey
got-
Elliott-
He got
Harvey Elliott's not playing, is
That's
he?
why it hasn't
He-
worked because they're not
No,
playing.
he got subbed on in like a Europa League game and got subbed off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching the
I think it's
Carabao
Tel
Cup
Aviv.
game, up against Brentford, and I think he hit the post from an open goal from about 10 yards out, I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure.
we already knew this, but Rodgers is obviously quality.
Yes.
So maybe there's a solution
Thinking
there.
of
with him.
Rodgers would be a bad appointment for Leeds.
Yeah.
Brendan
Brendan.
Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a
That was my
great
head.
shout. That is a great shout.
Yeah. Why do we know why he left Celtic?
Ownership.
And also, it wasn't going well.
I think there was a lack of funding in the
Hearts are top
summer.
of the league.
Hopefully Bournemouth on a bit of a downward spiral.
It could. I think it could.
Stop hating on
happen.
Bournemouth.
Oh,
I do
don't
think that
like
could
that.
happen.
You don't like anyone.
Says the one who doesn't like Wolves
Why don't you
I
like
don't not
Bournemouth?
like Wolves.
because they always beat us every year.
That's just salty.
Yeah, that gives me reason not to like.
Do you think he doesn't like Palace?
Yeah, he
No,
might
to be
not.
fair, I quite like Palace, even though they beat us all the time.
They're
I've
one of
never,
the most
I've never
likable
seen us
clubs
beat
in the league,
Bournemouth.
though.
Yeah,
apart from pre-season.
like-
To liven up a bit. Come on.
I don't mind Palace at all, but as for Bournemouth, couple of defeats. It's so close around the Champions League places, though, around like from fourth
It
all the
will
way
be to
down
the end
to
of the
10.
season.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
we're,
Do you reckon so?
I think
will
Forest.
go down
I
for a
think
while.
Forest are only 9 points off Europe.
I know, and you guys are 19th.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Like I said before, we're second.
Yeah.
We were second for a bit.
I think this will be a very traditional Prem season in that there will be a relegation battle, there will be places fighting for Europe, and there will be a title race.
Yeah.
I think there will be that one team that are like down near the bottom and then end up finishing.
I don't know if there's going to be a position in the
Like
league
with
where
Palace
there's
last
zero contention for it, other than mid-table, which is I don't care about mid-table.
Well,
Do you know who
Wolves
that
bottom.
team is, Kian? That team that is in the bottom half to begin with and then gets to the top half.
Yeah.
It's Forest.
I don't
Forest.
know. I don't know.
Still got time. There's plenty of time
We'll
to
see
go.
after
Lord and Saviour.
Yeah.
Lord and Saviour.
Lord
is
and
all I'm gonna
Saviour.
say.
We had mentioned the title race. We have got a title race.
for God's sake.
Unfortunately, Liverpool's not in it. It's between
Oh, you
Manchester
saying
City
you're
and
out of it?
Arsenal.
You saying you're out of it?
I think we could be in a title race. I don't think we are going to win the title.
Yeah, but that's still being title.
Yeah, it is, but we have lost 5 league games in 11. That is the worst record we have had in over a
That
decade
is
in
quite
the Premier League
And-
season.
But on the podcast, we've seen this coming for.
I was gonna say,
a
we
very
called
long
it.
time.
yeah, you
Very
guys have
long
called
time.
this. Fair play
It's
to
been
you.
called for.
Ronnie, you need to go back to that video where you get slated on TikTok.
I might have to like stitch it.
I just do not think that it is even the new signings that are an issue. It's just the whole team being so out of form. Like, we looked so good
I
against
actually
Real
think that
Madrid.
I think that game was City being really good rather than you being really poor.
Do you know
I thought
what?
City were very good.
They
that
were
game.
good.
It's annoying, but maybe yes, potentially. But I kind of called this a little bit last year. I won't take full credit because I think I still said that you would either win the title or be up there.
Yeah.
Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, and there was one other one that were on end of contract last year.
Yeah.
When someone's fighting for a new contract, they play better. When they've got the new contract, they've got a guarantee. How long was Salah's contract? 4 years? 5 years?
I don't think he
years?
realised Salah knew that he was going to renew that contract in about December.
All I'm saying is, look back at the history. Look at Salah's career at Liverpool. The best seasons he's had have been the ones where his contract is about to expire.
Maybe that first season.
This whole
First season was brilliant.
Yeah, and
Apart from the first season. But go back and look at the trends.
I just don't think that
When he
Mohamed
signed
Salah
a
and
new
Virgil
deal-
van Dijk are the type of players
can't
to
remember-
go ahead and play better.
But they're not playing great this year, and they've just signed new contracts, both of them.
I can't remember the journalist, but they both Van Dijk and Salah did know that they were going to renew their contracts by like November.
I just
I
don't
don't
think
think-
that's
It's-
like
it's
them.
not
I
okay.
don't think that's true.
And they're also the personalities that are going to play well no matter what. They're always going to give 100%.
100%.
But they're not. Well,
do you mean they're not?
They're clearly not performing.
And do you not think Diogo Jota's impacting any of this?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Oh,
obviously as
100%.
well. That is a
I think that must be part of it.
But
Yeah.
that will impact everybody 100%. But I look at the players who were performing. They were the key leaders last year, and that currently aren't performing. Everyone's going to be impacted by the Jota thing 100%. But I look at those two, and I'm like, you've just signed a new contract. I said last year that they wouldn't perform as well this year because of that, and also because this team's a bit more balanced, and they're not performing. So it's
Yeah.
clear to see a correlation between a prediction and a reality, which are the same thing. I think I called it a little bit. I won't
Yeah.
take full credit, but I called it a little bit. Yeah, Salah's not performing.
No.
Van Dijk's not performing that well. And when Konate isn't the same quality as Van Dijk, you're left in a kind of position where your centre-backs just aren't performing.
Who's going
Where's
to be...
Konate's... Sorry. Go on.
It was a boring point. You keep going.
I was going to say, is Konate's head switched by Madrid, do you reckon?
I don't think so.
I think Gay's going to go Madrid.
If I
Yeah.
were Madrid, I wouldn't look at Konate.
I'd get Gay. Simple.
I'd go Guehi over Konate, but I wouldn't go for either of them. I'd go for somebody.
No, but also think about the
younger and
English
probably
links.
Spanish.
It's never been more easier for an Englishman to go into Madrid now because of Trent and Bellingham.
Yeah.
But Trent's
never
been
been
dropped.
easier. No, but in the squad, it doesn't matter. You're still integrating into a squad.
It's easier, but I also feel like Guehi's probably going to stay in the Prem. He's either going to go Liverpool, or we get Champions League football and we get him.
Not going enough.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that will not be happening.
It's one of those. I reckon it's one of those two. And but it depends if we get Champions League football, then yeah. If not, he's definitely going to Liverpool.
I'd actually rather talk about how good City were, to be honest. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think City that was the best
Jeremy
performance they've had
Doku.
that season. The control they had in that game, Doku was world class in that
Doku
game.
was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Like if you watch that and think like how good he was, how much value he had as a player, you wouldn't think that. You'd think it's like a Vinicius or something. How good he was in that game.
I've
Superb.
always rated Doku. Like,
Just the end product.
When we were
No, but
having
yeah,
that,
the end product
When
is
we were
the
having
thing.
that conversation the other week about best dribblers in the league, when
Doku was in there.
Yeah, Doku
Yeah.
was. He's just so unbelievable on the ball. And
His finishing just needs so much work. And I know Liverpool, he's got an absolute screamer.
Does it? Yeah, I was going to say that screamer was.
But his finishing up until then has been so poor.
it's
Oh,
very
no, yeah, I get
inconsistent.
what you mean. Yeah.
Is he not the
Oh.
best dribbler in the league?
Kudus, I think Kudus.
You think Kudus is a better
We've said this.
dribbler than Doku?
I think
I
Kudus.
think Doku's probably.
I'm not going to shift my opinion
There's
just because
not mu-
Doku's
there's not
playing
much-
well now.
No, that
I-
is fair.
I struggle to pull players out of City and say, "Oh, okay, you are the world class player here." Apart from obviously the one, because I look at it and I go, "You are a system." Like Doku was great today, and then next year we'll be telling everyone that he's not good enough. It happens. Doku.
Well, if it's a system, they'd be good all the time, no?
No, but you go through these phases with City players. With one minute they're great and
Yeah.
amazing talent. Next year, they're not good enough. They're stuck on the bench. And next year, Pep's changed it all again, and suddenly they're integral. It depends.
But then
on
that's not a
what-
system,
on
that's a
what
manager changing
mood that
tactics.
Pep is in. Like Pep dictates everything, and that's why I just find it boring and just weird. And I don't-
Sounds like a good manager to me.
Yeah,
No, it sounds like-
1,000 games for him, and I think he has like a 73% win rate or
Yeah.
something, which is insane.
Also, the relationship between Foden and Haaland, I think this season's going to be very...
Yes.
They were so good together in that game against Liverpool.
No, I agree.
I think Foden is going to fight for that England place.
Oh, 100%.
Because he has had an amazing
And
start to the
guess
season.
what? He shouldn't get it. Because he's
I'm not-
never
I'm not
performed for
saying he
England.
Right.
Here we
He
go.
has never performed for England, even when he's on top form for City.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not saying on the wing. I'm saying in the 10. Because he is
I
playing for
put two
City in
players
the
ahead
10.
of him.
I don't disagree. I think Bellingham's probably the pick.
And Rodgers.
No,
over
not
him.
Rodgers.
100% Rodgers.
I think
over
if
him.
it's Tuchel who chooses Rodgers because obviously he favourites him.
Yeah.
He does favour him, and also he's performed for England better, and right now he's playing better still.
I think Foden is having a really under the radar start to the season.
Yes,
Been
I
very good.
agree.
Better than
Very
last
good.
year.
I
I'll
agree.
give him
Well, he
that.
can't.
Much better.
Yeah, like last season, he was so poor.
Also, City are ruining Turkey, but that's all.
No, they're not.
No,
They really
one
don't.
more
No, he's really
thing,
joking.
right? How did that goal get disallowed.
Yeah, that's
Quite
How
It is
did
quite-
that
it is
goal
quite
get disallowed? That is a shocking decision.
That's
End
also
of
why
story.
I'm saying though that Liverpool didn't play that bad. I just think City played that good.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable corner
Yeah.
from Salah. The way he sends it into the penalty area is pinpoint, and the
Unbelievable
header
header.
is world class. And Robertson's there. He's not blocking Donnarumma's
Well, Donnarumma's not
eyesight.
getting there, is
no,
he?
and if anything,
And he can
it's,
see it.
It's Jeremy Doku who is more in the way of Donnarumma than Andy Robertson on the replay. I just found it completely baffling.
My mind goes back to Wolves v Man City last season when City
Yes.
scored a goal when Bernardo Silva clearly
Oh, and the
obstructed.
war. No, was that not this season?
No, that was last season.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva clearly obstructed Jose Sarr, was in his eye line,
Yeah.
made contact with him, and that goal stood.
It stood, yeah. But I think that was highly debated anyway. But also,
Yeah, yeah, but
Howard Webb was defending it as well, which is
How
what
can you
surprises me.
Yeah, but this is the thing with all these ex-referees. You see it with Dermot Gallagher. You see it with
You really
who's
don't
it on
like
Sky?
Dermot
No, he actually goes against them sometimes.
Yeah, but no,
Clattenburg.
he does. He does
Clattenburg.
defend.
No,
not
Mike Dean.
Clattenburg.
It's Mike Dean.
Mike Dean. That's it. They all defend each other. So I understand why, but some of these decisions are ridiculous.
Yeah, if
Referee.
that
And
goal
and
is
I-
being ruled out,
And I hate Liverpool.
exactly, yeah.
In fairness to Mike Dean, before the VAR decision happens, he'll say what he thinks before he gets told now.
Right. I would love to keep talking about this game, but we have got to move on as we are short for time. Everton beat Fulham 2-0. Good result for Everton. Chelsea winning 3-0 at home against Wolves, who, of course, have just appointed Rob Edwards. We were going to talk about that,
Yeah.
but we've got to speed up, I'm afraid. Crystal Palace 0, Brighton 0 as well. And then Brentford continuing their good home form. Igor Thiago now with 8 Premier League goals so far this season. The only player that has more is Erling Haaland.
He's on 14, by the way.
Yeah,
In November.
absolute
14.
joke. Game week 11 leaderboard then for predictions. I only got 1 right. Ronnie got 2, and then Kian and Henry got 3. So Ronnie is top of the table with 45. I'm in second with 42. Kian in third with 39, and Henry in fourth with 37.
It's tight again. It's gone tight again.
How have I managed to bottle this so badly? It's just like-
Bartley, you weren't first, were you?
I was first for
Erling Haaland is the answer.
Yes.
No, he is not.
November leaderboard. Henry, your second bottom, mate, on 76 points. Is looking a little bit nervy for you. Might
it
have to
isn't.
do...
No, it isn't because I had a great week, so it's fine. It's just I'm coming back. It's fine.
Yeah, you did get the second most points, actually, tied with
so I don't get
Ronnie.
how he's gone second bottom of the monthly. Did you make any minus transfers? Like, do you make more than one transfer?
No, but the problem is when
Maybe
you
I
do.
did. Yeah,
That's
I
probably what
might
it
have
is.
done.
Probably is the reason why. Yeah, Ronnie was in third with 46. I was in sixth with 40. And then Kian, you were down in 17th with
Yeah,
32
two of my
points.
players-
Grealish
penalties.
fucked it for me. Grealish
Yeah.
was doing so well now. I've had to drop him.
I almost,
Eze needs dropping, but I will do it next week. I did make a couple of trades actually.
I almost captained João Pedro.
On my bench again.
Yeah.
On my bench again.
You convinced me not to captain João Pedro.
We,
Yeah, but I thought that.
Yeah.
benched
I
him and
didn't think he was
Kukurea
going to
2
do it
weeks in a
again.
row, and they got 6 points each.
Oh my gosh.
Why would you bench João Pedro against Wolves?
I've got to change my team.
That's very
I
sad.
think we move on for FPL.
Yes. we will do.
Kudus is still on my bench. So I had Eze, Grealish, Semenyo, Mbuemo, and now next week I'm going to have Szoboszlai's come in for me
Nice.
for Grealish.
I've brought in
I need to
Gabriel.
capitalise because you've got Liverpool against Forest, and I was like, okay, I need to capitalise and get some Liverpool players in my team.
Do you?
Yeah.
Considering
And
last year they couldn't beat us.
Well,
so you've got Forest,
first time for
West
everything.
Ham, and Sunderland 3 games in a row for Liverpool.
Yeah.
You have to have some Liverpool players in the team for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I
Have
agree with
to.
that.
So
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
it's I've got
who's the midfielder that I can afford that I reckon is going to play every game and going to get some goals and assists? It's Szoboszlai.
Yes.
So I'm going to go with him.
Yeah.
Well, are you even starting Gakpo at this
I
point?
don't think give him tips. We want him to come last.
Yeah. Well, no, because I've got Gakpo in my team, and I don't know.
Oh, for you.
Yeah.
I
don't know
looked at
whether I need to
Gakpo.
take
He's
him out.
going to
there's
be in
no-
and out.
But there's no guarantees he's going to start
Yeah,
every
that's
single
the
game.
thing.
No.
Well,
I'm gonna
Szoboszlai
have to-
there is.
So don't have him in your team. That's my recommendation.
Well, I've brought Gabriel in for next week for Gummins.
That would be good. Yeah.
Ektig in for Isaac as well.
Of course, it is international break week. So there's
We're
no-
not doing predictions.
We're not going to do predictions this week. We're going to wait until next week to go ahead and do that. Thank you all so much for watching this video here on the Blue Podcast Network. This has been another week of The Gold Show. If you did enjoy this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time we upload. Take care. We'll see you next week for the next one.